The curtains officially rose on the 12th Parliament today, with freshly elected members of Parliament taking oath to steer the country's legislative business for the next 5 years. But beyond the ceremonial glamour, Ugandans appear more concerned about what this new house will actually deliver. For many citizens, the expectations are immediate and painfully practical. At the top of public concern is the growing tax burden that continues to squeeze ordinary Ugandans already grappling with high living costs, expensive fuel, and shrinking household incomes. Many now hope that the 12th Parliament will shift from being a rubber stamp of tax proposals to a platform that genuinely questions policies affecting the common mwananchi.
Fighting poverty, fighting for Ugandans to get rich, and getting enough education, more so younger children.
The outgoing parliament may have left behind an impressive numerical record, passing close to 140 bills, but critics argue that quantity did not necessarily translate into quality. To many observers, some of the laws passed appear distant from the daily struggles of ordinary citizens.
Overall, as the women of Uganda, we can say that for the longest time, our issues have been trivialized in Parliament. So be it the legislations that work for us, for instance, we've had the marriage bill in Parliament for the longest time, over 64 years, nothing has been done about it. We have the sexual offences bill, we have the National Legal Aid Bill and the Human Assisted Reproductive Technologies Bill. All these are legislations, ideally, that benefit or that impact women directly, but then our continued shelving of these laws takes away from the ability of women to live fulfilling and holistic lives. And we think that the Parliament before has failed us on those bills. The Parliament before that Parliament has done the same. And our expectations with the new Parliament can only be the same.
But if you look at the substantive quality in many of these legislation, you see that much of them seem to serve the center, the governance of the country. And there is very little that has a direct impact on the lives of people.
The previous house often found itself battling a public image problem, with critics branding it less of an august house and more of a transactional chamber where political survival occasionally overshadowed national interest. Now, as the 12th Parliament settles in, one of the biggest tests will be whether it can resolve public confidence and prove that legislative oversight is not merely performed for television cameras, but exercised with genuine independence and accountability.
So I believe the 12th Parliament should be impartial. We expect the opposition, which carries the minority voices, to be heard and to raise... we also expect them to avoid corruption. The 11th Parliament has had a lot of corruption, and we believe that the 12th should be better, with the leadership straight from the Commission down to each member of Parliament.
Analysts are also keen to whether the new house will free itself from what many described as excessive executive influence in the previous Parliament.
The entrenchment on of the executive interference of the affairs of legislature in terms of processes, in terms of what should be done, a bit widened further. And we saw that on how legislation were brought on forth, how the executive were even open to be present in the plenary sittings and even committee sittings.
The expectation now is for a parliament that can think independently, legislate boldly, and perhaps rediscover its constitutional spine. Because while the oath-taking marks the beginning of another 5-year term, for many Ugandans, the real swearing-in test won't just end on the parliament steps, but in how courageously MPs confront corruption, taxation, unemployment, and the widening gap between political promises and everyday reality. David Ijjo, NTV.